What's up, guys? Welcome, second vlog. Happy Q3. It's an exciting time for business in general. It's the second half of the year, so got a meeting here, going to head to Capital Factory. Got some young entrepreneurs that started a protein donut company called Elite Sweets. So I'm gonna meet with them, see what they're all about, and see if I can help them with anything going on. But no, I mean, I think like and this is just my advice on like clothing in general. Like you always want to try to break even on it. Like if you sell one, you got to anticipate you're going to give one away. Like it's always going to be like, so if you have 50% margins on it, you're always going to be like basically breaking even, because like as much as you guys will be like, oh, yeah, our brand is sweet, like our clothes is awesome, you're like, our logo is amazing, like a lot of people don't wear logoed stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, it's one of those things where they gotta really be into your shit.
We're always gonna have that response though, because it's our baby, right? Like we're working on it.
People are always like, oh, I'm gonna start the next clothing company, I'm gonna do that. Like, and you realize like, here's a good example. Like when I was at Muscle Farm, like we were doing, you know, like I said, 85 million when I left. And we were struggling to do over $1 million in clothing, and we had like tons of SKUs. And like we thought to ourselves, like, people really want to buy this stuff, and like we're not doing it. Like people wanted it for free. They wanted it. It's like it's an incentive, a marketing vehicle. Yeah, I mean, but it's one of those things where you guys are always like, man, our brand is sweet. Like everybody's gonna want to rock this shit. It's like
Elite Sweets, and we provide baked gluten-free protein donuts. So high protein, low in sugar, 4 gracious, delicious flavors: cinnamon sugar, birthday cake, peanut butter, and chocolate chip. Check us out at elitedonut.com. Follow us on follow us on Instagram at elite.sweets. Life's a treat when you achieve elite. Thank you.
There it is. Let's see the donuts. Let's see these. So this is how these come when you guys are getting them?
Yeah. This is the birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
As you can see. Nice. We got the delectable chocolate chip.
Okay.
You know, for all the chocolate lovers out there. We have our cinnamon sugar. It's awesome. Tastes great. Last but not least, this is clutch. This is the sleeper. This is the peanut butter. Okay. Trust me, all your peanut butter lovers out there, we got what you need.
Just got back from my meeting at Capital Factory. As you guys saw from the office a little bit, it's a cool co-working space. They also do some accelerating with tech companies, a couple other things, mobility, with the help of, I think, Daimler Chrysler. So cool little office in downtown Austin. Met with the guys over at Elite Sweets. As you guys saw, they're doing some protein donuts. Really cool, young, hungry entrepreneurs that just actually just won a WeWork Creator Award a couple weeks ago in San Francisco. So they got, you know, some really good momentum behind them. They're really trying to compete with Dough Bar, which you guys might have seen from Shark Tank. But you know, these guys have some different value propositions, and they're you know, kind of new to consumer products. So this was the first kind of meeting for me to meet those guys and really understand kind of what they got going on and kind of work from there. So hopefully in the future we'll have some more content with those guys. They're based here in Austin, like myself, a few blocks from me. So you know, got some big things coming. I'll try the donuts that they gave me a little bit later. I'll get you guys like a live taste test. They do a variety of different donuts. I think they said there's a birthday cake one in there, there's a peanut butter one, there's a cinnamon and sugar one, so some really good donuts. If you guys know me personally, you know I love donuts. All right, what's up guys? Told you I would do a live taste test with the Elite Suite. So they gave me 4 donuts. As you guys could probably see in the B-roll, we got cinnamon sugar, we got a chocolate one, we got a peanut butter one, we got a birthday cake one, and they also gave me some, looks like little icing or something to put these on. So I haven't tried these before. Like I said earlier, I had a meeting with the guys that started this company, and you know, hoping that you know, we get to work together in some capacity. But they left me with some donuts to try, so I'm gonna give those a shot right now. So I'm gonna start with the peanut butter one. Okay, it's good. I mean, they froze these ones before they gave them to me, so it does have a little bit of like a soggy taste to it, but I think that's gonna probably subside when you get these things fresh. Let's go with a different one. Let's go with the birthday cake one. It's got good flavor. You can get a little bit hint of birthday cake on there. Let's try this with the icing they gave me. The icing is definitely good. So if you did try these out, I would put the icing on there. Let's try the chocolate one. Looks a little dense, but I'm not a chocolate fan, guys. This is good. This one, I think out of the 3 that I've tried so far, this one's probably the best. And I think this one is cinnamon sugar, which was kind of the one that I was looking forward to the most. That one was good. I would say, out of the 4 that I've tried, I think the cinnamon sugar and the chocolate held up the best. I think the chocolate and the cinnamon sugar, those both were probably about as good as you're going to get with a baked protein item. And it's selling pretty good in the Austin in the Texas area. So, you know, we'll kind of take it from there. Hopefully, if I do work with these guys, I'll have some more updates throughout the process, and we'll kind of go from there. Sorry guys, haven't picked up the camera much this week. We had 4th of July, and then there was some construction that was going on at my apartment. So it was just kind of loud and just kind of hectic. Would have liked to get some video and things on the boat that I went to on 4th of July, but it rained here in Austin, so it wasn't a very good week, I guess, for a holiday week. So about to jump on a podcast, I guess a podcast interview with Shane Smith, which is the owner of Stack3d, which is a supplement nutritional product news site, and then also with Ryan Bucky, which I think he goes by Fitness Informant, but he's got a podcast, website, a bunch of different things. I'll make sure that I link some of his stuff down below. But yeah, we're going to be talking, I think they want to talk about the EAS closure. Abbott Laboratories, that has owned EAS, I think, for the last a little bit more than a decade. They just kind of up and closed EAS out of nowhere this, I think maybe a week or 2 ago. And people are trying to understand like what the heck is going on, and they want to kind of get a little bit of understanding of the EAS closure. And I'll make sure, I think next week I'll put a different video up about just kind of my thoughts a little bit further. But should be a good interview, and you know, I'm excited to get on the you know, podcast with those guys. Both of them have been in the industry for a while, so it's great to kind of talk shop with different people and kind of go over some different things.
As I said, EAS news that came out of nowhere, and everyone I talked to just to see if they knew anything about it, said that it wasn't real, it was impossible, there was no way, they were everywhere. And sure enough, like I said, out of left field, they just decided to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think with legacy brands, I mean, to your point about, thinking like a startup, I think the difficulty with some of these legacy brands is they're generally scaled out through their sales channels. So you have, they're really relying on the Walmarts, the Targets, the Costcos, the whatever. And those, unfortunately, have very long kind of merchandising cycles. So even though you might innovate, you don't have kind of the slots to put those in to turn them at the rate that you need at the size of the company. I mean, it's a lot easier when you are a, $1 to $5 million company and you come out with a new product and you have, a couple internet retailers, you have Amazon going, and then you maybe have some specialty retailers, and you're okay with that kind of a slow, grind of sales. Unfortunately, a company like, EAS with Abbott, they're not looking for slow grinds. I mean, when they want to launch a product, they want to make sure that sells, $2, $3, $4 million in the first quarter, or it's not a success to them. So it's just a little bit different in terms of the sales strategies. There hasn't been a brand at this point that's been able to kind of prove that you can take digital and kind of go full force with it and kind of get it past that $50 million mark. And I think that's where a lot of these brands change. I mean, when you get up to a certain revenue level, you have to, unfortunately, kind of, go into mass or go into grocery or go into convenience or any of those types of things. And those are a much different sales cycle than what a lot of these brands are used to. So they have to think about kind of their products as in more of a legacy approach to it, because they need to make sure that product's going to be around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, because they've already had to pay so much to get into that slotting of merchandising and those types of things. So it's not so much where you could kind of, especially retail, you call up Joe from the corner and he's going to say, yeah, I'll take 2 or 3 or a case of it. You come out with a new product next week, you call Joe up again, he'll take another person off the rack and just go with it. It's easy to innovate when you're small like that, but when you're a much bigger company, I mean, it's just a much like longer process to kind of go through product development. And you got to also think about it from, there's a lot of people that comment on, on Shane's site with Stacked, and they're all about, these companies aren't using the gray area stimulants or any of these types of things. And what they don't realize is like the amount of heat that a brand like EAS has with Abbott as their kind of their parent company. They can't take any risks. No. So I just finished up the podcast with Ryan and Shane. It was a good podcast. It was short, only about like 20 minutes I think we talked. But I think that'll be up probably before I load this second vlog up. So I'll make sure that I link that in so you guys can listen to it or watch it. I think it's also on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, this was a typical week for me, meetings, meeting with new entrepreneurs and getting on podcasts. And I also wrote some articles and kind of did some other pieces of content. So this is, kind of a typical week. I don't show a lot of it. I mean, it also would be kind of boring to show you guys. It's just a lot of sitting at my desk and a lot of doing, spreadsheets and different strategic maps and all kinds of other things. So, if those things are ever interesting, I'd be glad to maybe share some things here and there. But this is going to kind of conclude the second vlog. I'm going to open this up to you guys. Definitely help me out by, hitting the like button, sharing or commenting or doing anything with this video, because it helps me. Also, constructive criticism is great. I'm not good at filming, editing, video, all that kind of stuff. I think I've mentioned it in the first vlog, but I'll try to get better, and hopefully through these next kind of couple of vlogs, you guys will see my improvement over time. But like I said, thanks for joining me, guys, and see you guys on the next one.